Hey guys, so I'm getting ready to do a session in Dolby Atmos. This has already been mixed and mastered by me, but I figured I'd show you guys how to export stems for Dolby Atmos. At first, when I learned Dolby Atmos, I was like, how the heck do you get all the stems in there? Because you still want the effects on the stems. And you've got to bounce them out all individually. So I'm going to kind of show you my process for that. So this is the project for a client that's wanting his session done in Dolby Atmos. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is just start with the beat. So I'm going to mute all of my my vocals along with vocal effects, aux tracks, and all that. So actually we'll make them inactive. And then I will do one track at a time here on the beat. I will say I took off my master, which was my gold clip and my Maserati plug-in here that I have. I took them off and just left some of my pretty much what I did for the mix. And we're going to mute all these tracks except one, which looks like this is the 808. You're gonna want to pull up here the markers tab and create markers for the start and the finish of the song, so you have an exact start and finish time, because you want every stem to be the same. So you're gonna click, let's shift on start and shift on enter, and now that I'm just gonna double check and make sure that's exactly on. As you can see, that's right there on that. And that's right there on that. So that is correct. And you're pretty much just going to export like normal. So, and you're going to rename them, so this is the 808. I'm just going to name it 808. We're going to do it in wave, interleave 24 and 48. And I'll just make a new folder in my downloads, and I'll name it like the song name. Can't type. Shut it down. Shut it down, Dolby Stems. And that's where I will put that. And it's a bit of a long process, because you have to do this for every track. It's tedious, it's annoying, but yeah, I'm gonna go through these, and we'll skip the video right now into the vocal section. All right, now that I've gone through and exported each beat stem individually, I can now get to the vocals. I do want to mention that if you have any auxes that are run to, let's just say you did your drums and they've got their own drum bus. When you are exporting, you want to make sure that drum bus is not inactive when you're bouncing out drum stems. For instance, this is my all beat bus that all these beat stems are routed to, but I kept it not inactive. That way it didn't mess with any of these stems. So now that I've done this, I don't need anything with the beat. So I'm going to go ahead and make these inactive. And now we will get to these vocals. So I will just go ahead and make all of these active, which it's not a whole lot. This isn't a big session, guys. This is a very basic session. And you pretty much just do the same thing. So I'll go through and I'll mute. So with the vocals, I'll mute just the I'm not gonna mute. I'm gonna actually make these inactive, and then this is for my background, so I don't need this. That way I've got my one vocal line, and the effects and the sends are not inactive, so they'll go with it, if that makes sense. And you pretty much just do we'll do the same process. So I'll just, this is the hook, so I'll do, can't type again. I'll do hook, and I'll bounce it out like this. Keep in mind that this is a timely process. It's not a fast thing, which is the annoying part of it. And see how I'm going to now. Obviously, I know what all is connected in my session. It's just I don't really have it labeled. I just know that's the backgrounds, and this is for the backgrounds. And I'll actually do the backgrounds together. You could bounce out layers and whatnot together if you wanted. You know, it's up to you whether you want to do them all individually or together. But you do want to remember, Dolby only lets you do, I think it's like 129 tracks, if I'm not mistaken. So you just can't really go over that. So if you've got just hundreds of tracks or something, you're gonna have to find a way to get that number down. But yeah, so you'll end up going through and doing all that for the vocals. It's pretty simple. Once you have them all in a folder, you know, you can open a Dolby session, and that's when you start dropping them all in there. They'll all be labeled, because that's kind of what you're doing as you're going down the list, bouncing them out. I hope this video helps. If you have questions, I know everybody's session is going to be different, with, you know, tracks and buses and everything else. But if you have a question, definitely comment. I will answer you. I'm on my phone all day, so I answer you as quickly as possible. Yeah, I appreciate it. Stick around for another video, guys. Thanks.